Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Um, Today, I just thought I'd get on and have a chat with all of you, see how you're doing, what's going on in your lives, um, what have you all achieved, what are you all struggling with, um, you know, all those things. I haven't done a live in a long time. So here I am. Yeah. And let's see if anyone shows up, and maybe I'll wait for a bit and see. And in the meantime, what should we talk about? I'm thinking, letting it come through. What needs to come through today? What do I need? What do they need? What does the world need? What does the collective need? Let those messages come through. Let them come through. Why don't we just meditate for a bit? That's a good idea. Let's take a deep breath in and breathe out. We ask you, divine love, divine wisdom, divine peace and intelligence, to guide us today, to show us what our next steps should be and are, and show us what is for our highest good and for the highest good of humanity at large. Help us to be calmer. Help us to act out of a space of balance and joy. And help us to recover faster if we lose our step or we act out of turn or in a way that is not graceful. Help us to get better at navigating through our lives and give us the tools, the wisdom, and the insights to be and to live in accordance with the law of spiritual harmony. Show us how to do that in our every step, in our every thought, in our every breath. Guide us back to the center of ourselves, which is filled with love and abundance and generosity and compassion. Help us through our lives, through the ups and the downs, through insurmountable odds which appear to be. Show us that we are more than that which appears. Show us our true innate nature of infinite expanse, an unlimited being, free and vast, one, one with the universe and beyond, one with the unseen, the unknown, the grandness, the greatness of this magical, unfathomable, and uncomprehendable infiniteness. Give everyone watching this the grace to live their lives in peace. Give them the healing that they need. Give them the love, the security, and the comfort that they desire. Show them their wealth. Show them that they are already an infinite and abundant being. Comfort everyone here with that unconditional love. Feel it wrapped around you. Feel it holding you. Feel it healing you. You are loved deeply. You are love. Welcome to whoever's here. Let me know. And I hope you enjoyed this meditation. Hello, Elif. How are you? Welcome. And I hope that meditation helped you and, came through for you. It has guided you and given you what your soul needs, given you the comfort that you need, the insights that you need. It's so important for us to just take time to do this every day, because life can get so, agitating sometimes. It can get difficult, it can get overwhelming. And the more time we take to do this for ourselves, the better we operate in the world, right? The more patient we can be with ourselves and with the world, because we need to let our nervous system just calm down. We need to remind ourselves that we are beings, we are beings of light and of love, and that is our true identity, that is our true essence. And to step away from the chaos of this world, to step away from all the madness, the constant stimulation this way or that. It's so important to do that. And so that is why I like to start with a meditation. I like to start with a healing session, because we all need it. We all need it. Elif, you felt bright, and you felt a bright white light. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, it's that divine cleansing energy that comes through when we give it the opportunity, when we just surrender and let go and allow that light to come through. It does come through, it does. And it shifts us from where we were. Like if you were feeling agitated or you were feeling upset, it balances you out, and then you're operating from a higher frequency because you have lifted your frequency. You're no longer in that state of constant, input, that constant state of on, switched on. You need to just Bring yourself back to your center, to your presence, to your own self, feeling that part of your being, that presence within you, who you are. Who are you? Who are you? Ask yourself, who am I? Am I all this, doing, thinking, or am I just that beautiful, calm, peaceful presence and witness within? And that, when we acknowledge that about ourselves, then everything in our life becomes harmonious, because we are creating that energy field all the time around us. If we are creating an energy field of like constant, turmoil or constant fear or constant whatever it is that it is for you which doesn't serve you, then we are living that life. And if you want to live a different life, then you need to create a different energy field, and you need to cleanse your energy field. It's so important to do that. A lot of people don't know how to do that. I've developed many techniques to self-heal, to self-correct, because we need to bring ourselves back to the center of our beings. And we do need to release negativity. We do need to know how to do that, how to release whatever has built up. First of all, do a self-check every day. Maybe at the end of the day, because you go through so many things through the day, you meet people or you read things or you're on social media. At the end of the day, if just do a self-check and ask yourself, which energies have you allowed to enter your state of being? And if some of those energies are disturbing, or if you read something upsetting that is happening in the world, or somebody said something to you that triggered you, sometimes we don't realize at that moment. And if you don't self-check, then you carry that with you for days and days and years sometimes, and it accumulates and it becomes this layer of covering up that light within you, covering up that presence, that who you are, that sense of pure love and bliss. So when every day we check and we let those energies go consciously, and we are aware, oh, I see, okay. Sometimes it's something very silly, and our ego takes a hit. But when you notice it, you're like, really? Oh, that irritated me. I'm not going to keep that in me. I'm not going to take that with me. I'm going to let it go. Release it. And so before you go to bed, you have released all the things accumulated through the day. And when you do this every day, you become lighter and lighter, because you are no longer carrying the weight of all that garbage, all that dirt. We clean everything else, don't we? If we don't have a bath every day, it's not like you're going to have a bath one day and you have it for 3 hours and that means you don't have to shower for a week, right? You have to do it every day. You have to cleanse your body every day. You have to cleanse your environment. We have to sweep our homes. We have to swab our homes. We have to dust the environment that we live in, so it's a clean space for our bodies, for our beings to live. And at the same way, our minds, our hearts, our inner space needs to be cleansed on a daily basis, so that it is not accumulating. Because so many people don't realize that, and then it accumulates to the point where you don't even know how to navigate back into that part of yourself which is pure, beautiful, infinite energy. It's an energy field. So start now. First start with your daily things, then you can go into little by little, all the things that may have hurt you through your life, or you still carry with you to this day because, you know, you haven't been able to deal with it, or you haven't had time to heal it or look at it, just start small. You don't want to overwhelm yourself either. Like, you haven't cleaned your house in like I don't know how many years. It's going to take a while, so do bit by bit, section by section by section, and not all at once, because then you will collapse. You cannot do that all at once, right? So take the time to cleanse your mental space and your energy field every day. And you don't have to do it at night. You can do it in the daytime as well. Or if something has happened, if you're upset about something, and if you can, take a moment, step aside, do some deep breaths, let's breathe together. Breathe in and breathe out. And as you breathe in love. And as you breathe out fear and whatever resentment and anger. Just breathe it out, let it out. Let go. Let it go. Let it out of your system. And as we do that, we are managing our nervous system as well, because our nervous system can get overwhelmed with all the input and all the things that come, So take the time and make the time to do this, all right? Make the time to do this for yourself. And the more you practice it, then it'll become like a conditioned response to a situation that you have been triggered by. So we are training our minds and our bodies that every time we're triggered or upset, we can bring ourselves into a calm state. So, in psychology, there are various experiments that have been done. Like there's this experiment that Pavlov did with the dogs. He would ring a bell every time he fed them. And so he didn't have to then show them the food was there. As soon as he rang that bell, they knew it was time to eat. Same with our minds and our bodies. If we continually practice that in ourselves, where someone triggers you, an upsetting thought comes up, or something bothers you, you instantly breathe deeply. You instantly handle your state, your nervous system, and you calm down. You bring yourself to a calm state. Then instantly, over time, when you're triggered, your body knows that means I need to calm down. That means I need to bring myself into a calm state, and you will come into a calm state when you do that. Okay? So I'm letting whatever the universe wants to share today to come through. I'm letting it come through for all of you, because these are lessons for all of us. These are guided, wisdom messages coming through to help us, to heal us, to give us that solid hand to hold, through it, and learn to navigate through life better, because that is the best thing you can do, is learn to navigate, learn these techniques so you can do a better job at life, because life is life, and it's going to give you so many things to deal with. And if you have these techniques in your toolbox, if you know how to navigate and use these things, then life becomes easier. Life becomes more joyful. Life becomes manageable sometimes, right? Sometimes it can be treacherous and you have to manage it. And when things are beautiful, you can really appreciate, rather than constantly being in a state of fear, or in a state of lack, or in a state of, oh, it's good right now, but what if that whole something of the shoe, the other shoe dropping, or like, oh, but something, it's nice, but then what if it isn't? And then what if something goes wrong, you know? So trying to live in this moment, presence with your presence, and acknowledging the presence of everybody else as well, and living the most conscious life, the most aware life, rather than giving in to your every whim and fancy, giving in to your every emotion, giving in to every demand of your ego, or every like craving that you have. I mean, it's so easy to do today, right? To like just satiate yourself all the time with being right, with eating whatever you want, with watching social media and just constantly getting that hit, you know, of dopamine. And then when you don't have it, you're at a loss. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with enjoying your life. Like, you love food, enjoy it. You love watching movies, enjoy it, you know, but make sure that you can also enjoy time in complete and total quiet, in complete and total like harmony with yourself, where you're not squirming in your own being because you can't sit still, or you just cannot sit with yourself. So every day, taking time to sit with ourselves is a necessity. It's a necessity. So take time to sit with yourself. Take time to acknowledge and to understand what is going on within your heart, within your soul. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Pragati. You said it was your birthday. Happy birthday to you. And Aarti, welcome. So lovely to have you all here. Bless you, bless you, bless you. So, and I'm so grateful for all of you who are here as well. And yeah, so like I said, just letting those divine messages come through for all of us today. And I want to hear from you. What is going on in your lives? What is something that either you find challenging in your life? What are you dealing with? What are you know, what are your weak spots? What are you working on, or are you working on it? Also, what are your strengths, and how have you come through certain things in your life? You know, very soon I'm going to be doing workshops, and if any of you are interested in these workshops, you know, do comment, do let me know. The more I get to know and gauge how many people are interested in workshops, these will be very, very powerful workshops where you will open up, you will open your being up, you will remove blocks, you will really, really get to glimpse your true potential, truly who you are and what you are capable of. So if you're interested in doing a workshop with me, let me know. Just type workshop in the comments and I'll know that you're interested. I hold both online and in-person workshops, and so if I get to know if you're interested, then I will give you more information about it, and you can register or sign up for my workshops, and we can get together and we can heal together and we can explore, you know, our potential within together. And also we'll create a community where we'll bond with other people and we'll grow and we'll support each other through this journey of life. And I think communities are so important, especially like-minded communities who are on the same frequency, on the same wavelength, you know. And when I say like-minded, I don't mean that, oh, you know, anything to do with race or anything to do with gender or none of that. I mean, just the frequency, you know, aligning our frequency to that ever present, ever knowing consciousness which we're a part of, so that we can fulfill our greatest potential, so that we can truly, truly understand our value, truly, truly understand what we're made of, and give ourselves the permission to succeed, the permission to be the best, most incredible version of ourselves. So, yeah, that is my intention to all these workshops, so that we can do all these incredible things together. And I know some of you know, but those of you who are watching maybe for the first time, I'm also a life navigation intuitive coach. So I use various techniques to coach you. You know, of course, the conventional coaching. I'm also a certified REBT counselor. So I use rational emotive behavior therapy. I also use various spiritual techniques, meditation, energy cleansing, also putting you into a state where you can really heal right from the core of your being. You know, my website says heal from within your soul, from within your core. So that is the kind of work that we will be doing together, and yeah, opening our lives up to the best of life, immense success, immense joy, immense peace, immense abundance, immense health, immense like uh, relationships and healing. And yeah, so that's what I will be doing going forward. I mean, of course, I've already done these, but I will be doing more of them. So let me know if you're interested. You can go ahead and register on my website. You can sign up on my website, put your email in, subscribe to my website, and then you will get information on when I'll be doing these workshops. You'll get information on when I'll be doing, you know, healing sessions, coaching sessions, and you can book a coaching session with me. You can book a healing session with me. Of course, you know, I read tarot, but I read tarot in a therapeutic way. So the tarot is a great tool for me. I found it helps to really dive into your subconscious. That's how I use it. I get to see all the things that are going on within you, which maybe you don't know and you can't see, and then we use that as a tool to work on certain areas of your life, or you know, certain behaviors or certain patterns that are going on or repeating, and we work from there and we heal all those parts of your being so that you can live a fantastic and aware life, you know. Hi, Kirsty, I'm good. How are you doing? How are you doing? Yes, I've done a live after a very, very long time. So I thought I would just get on today and just let the messages come through from this intelligent source of our beings, which we are a part of. And how's everything going for everybody? Let's hear. How are you doing? You've been missing my lives. Oh, yeah. Well, hopefully soon you'll be able to do a session with me one on one. I am knowing that for you, and knowing that abundance is there for you, and that exchange of abundance is ever flowing in everybody's life, you know. And when it comes to manifesting abundance or wealth, a lot of people get stuck on the actual physical aspect of it, which is I need money, I need, you know, this thing, that thing. And it's so important to shift and turn your whole way of perceiving this as an energy field. So abundance is an energy field. And we get limited into thinking that only money will give us abundance. Money is just in the material realm. It's a physical, very limited, it's very limited, in the way we think about it. But I like to think like this. I'm like, numbers are infinite, and I get this idea from this book called Science and Health by Mary Baker Eddy. And she says, numbers are infinite, right? You can't say, oh, I can't have enough of those tens, or enough of those hundreds, or enough of those millions. You can keep going. There's no limit. There's no limit to that. And it's the same with manifesting abundance, understanding that it's unlimited. But it's so hard for people to get that because they're so stuck on the physical realm that they shut off all the other avenues of abundance. Abundance comes in many, many, many ways. Many ways. Open your heart and your soul up to the abundance of the universe. And when you do that, you won't even need money because it'll offer itself to you freely. And I have seen this in my life, where you're not just thinking, oh, when I have the money, then I can afford that. You're thinking the universe is an open source for anything that I desire or want or need. And it is coming to me. So stop thinking that you have to buy it or you have to have the money to get it. Just start thinking the abundance of the universe is offering itself to me freely. And then whatever it is that you feel like you can't get right now, there it is. Because you've shifted your whole way of looking at it. You've stepped away from the matrix, and you're like, I get it. And when that happens, you just know it. There it is. There it is. But that shift has to happen. It's like those things, those pictures you look at and it looks like a flat image, and then you stare at it and stare, and then suddenly you see the 3D image. You know what I'm talking about? Have you all seen that? So that's what it's like when that shift happens in your perception. Then suddenly you see it. Suddenly there it is. But we have to consistently train our minds to see that, rather than, oh, this has to happen, then I'll have that, then when I do this. Like, we're constantly, of course it's important to plan, right? It's important as human beings to have a strategy, and that doesn't mean you just sit around and like, oh, I'm just going to let it fall into my lap. No. There's got to be a balance of both, right? So to master that level of manifestation, we really have to clear out so much of our conditioning, that hard work. Of course, you've got to work hard, but what I mean is there's only one way to get it, But as we're seeing in the world that we're living in today, I mean, you have children, children on YouTube. You have, teenagers making millions and millions and millions. It just goes to show that there are multiple ways, not just that one conventional way of thinking. So think out of the box, get out of your own head, and see the abundance in your life, and also focus on what you already have around you, and notice it, and then you will start seeing miracles in your life. You will open up that frequency, because when that frequency is blocked and you're operating on a lower frequency, only in the material realm, then you're only dealing with the blocks of matter. But when you raise your frequency to that of spirit, to that of the spiritual realm, where you are an unlimited, abundant being, your energy field, that's your energy field. That's all we are. We're energy vibrating. This is science. This is even science. So it seems like we're, solid, but we are just particles vibrating at a very high speed, very close to each other. So people have been known to teleport, right? They can teleport because they have mastered their energy field. A lot of very, very powerful sages, from India. Like if you've read an autobiography of a yogi, have any of you read that? It is a very powerful book by Paramahansa Yogananda, and in that it's so amazing, all the things that those different sages could do. One could be, like they said, even Jesus could be in two places at once. Well, this one sage, he could do that as well. He could be here and there at the same time. What is that? That is mastering the energy field, mastering and really seeing that you are not material. But the wool has been pulled over our eyes for so many centuries that it's hard for us to get it, that we are not material, that we are spiritual, and that we are frequencies, and we can change our frequency. Either we can stay in the very low physical realm, or we can rise to the very high spiritual realm where everything is possible. I mean, everything. Just look at, let's look at how AI is advancing today. That something that was, it just amazes me that when you bring anything to life, like, programmers were coding, bringing this to life, bringing a bot to life. That's life. You're bringing it to life. And when you create life in any form, it evolves. And what is that? What is that? That is that frequency that I'm talking about, which is that it doesn't come from the material realm. There is something else going on. There's something else. It's an innate energy field within this whole eternal space that is creating things. And so when you tap into that space, you begin to co-create with the universe as well. You begin to bring into life, bring into your life, or wherever you want, that which you are aligning yourself with. So make sure you're aligning with what you want to see. So if you're constantly saying that I don't have money, I'm broke, or I don't have this or that, only when I have this, then that, just be very clear that you're speaking your life into being. So change your dialogue with yourself, change the way you are interacting with the universe, and start speaking things into being which you align with. Like, do you want to stay broke or whatever your challenge is for the rest of your life? I'm sure you don't. So start consciously speaking that which you want into your life. Even if you don't feel it at that moment, even if just give yourself a time every day, do it for a few minutes, affirm it into being. I am an abundant being. I am talented. I am gifted. I am lovable. I am loving. I am worthy. I am whatever it is that you find a hard time with, or you find yourself talking about it negatively. Maybe that's just the way it is in your life right now. So that's why it's even harder, because when you haven't had the experience of something better than that or something other than that, then you don't even know how to feel the other thing. You know what I mean? If you've been broke your whole life, you don't know how to feel abundant. But that's the beauty of human beings. Isn't it incredible that even if you haven't had the direct experience of something, you can put yourself into a state of that experience without ever experiencing it? So that's what imagination is for. Use your imagination. Use your imagination, and every day imagine it. Like in our family, we say building castles in the air. You build them in the air and then they come down to earth. So that's what you need to do. What castle are you building? What castle are you building in the air, which then floats down to earth, and then you can live in it, you can be in it, you can experience it. So let me know in the comments, what is your castle that you're building in the air? And be determined, be very focused about it. Be focused about what it is that you're bringing into being, into life. Okay? So, yeah, Aarti, angel guidance for you. Well, what question do you have? I'm not doing any tarot today or not using any cards. I'm just letting that come through. So whatever comes through for you, I will tell you. So do you have a question? Or do you just want to receive? Or is there something you want to know about? You can type it in the comments, whoever's here, and I will receive whatever is coming through psychically for you. I will receive whatever message is coming through for you. So you can type it in the comments, and since you haven't asked a question, let me just see what guidance is here for you today. Aarti, what do you need? What do you need? So the guidance here for you today, Aarti, is to remember that you are a very, very precious, very beautiful soul. That's what Divine Love wants to share with you, wants you to know that I can feel your energy. It is very pure and it is very beautiful, okay? And that is what you need to remember. Remember that you are a pure, innocent and beautiful being, and don't let the world tell you otherwise. Don't let the world take that away from you. Maintain that beauty within, maintain that innocence inside of you, maintain that goodness, and be very proud of who you are. That's what the universe, the divine source of your being wants you to know today, okay? So anyone else wants to receive messages for them today from Divine Spirit, Divine Love, I'm going to receive them for you. I'm going to hear them, I'm going to feel them, and I'm going to tap into your energy, and I'm going to receive them for you. So if anyone wants that, let me know. You can type it in the comments, and I will receive that angel wisdom, that divine wisdom for you that is coming through. That is coming through. So go ahead and type that. And who do we have here? Who else is here? Who else is here? Who would like that divine wisdom coming through? Because, you know, tarot is a tool. It's just a tool. The cards are a tool. The wisdom and the intuition comes through you. So, oh, bless you too, Aarti, bless you. Did that resonate with you? How do you feel about that? So remember, don't become attached to the symbol. Understand that that is just a tool for the wisdom to come through, or that guidance to come through. Like even in India, we have so many different gods, right? But all those gods represent. Thank you. Oh, so sweet. So all those gods represent certain qualities. And that's what we need to focus on. Not just blindly. Of course, we all do it. We all do it. We're like, oh, God, help me. God, please give me this. God, I'm troubled. Please get that person to talk to me. Or why haven't they messaged me? God, this, God. When we're desperate, we do that, right? So we all do that. That's human, to pray to God like that and say, God, help me. I need this. I need that. Da, 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 da. But the truth is that when we go to worship anything, it's it's actually about imbibing those qualities of that particular God, remembering those qualities within us. So if you go, like right now, it's Ganesh, right? Ganpati Bappa Moria. So what does Ganesh represent? I always say this during this time. He represents wisdom. He represents those qualities of cleverness, chaturti. So he's chatur, which means he's clever. And like I tell the story of how he was asked, go around the world in this very short amount of time. And I think his brother was asked the same thing. And the brother was like, that's impossible. Some of the story might not be um, accurate because I'm just trying to remember it from my childhood. But I know that he went around his parents, and for him, that was his world. And so he's known to think out of the box. He's known to find solutions outside of the obvious. So that's look at the qualities of Ganesh and look at the qualities of whatever you are focusing on and imbibe those qualities. That's what it's for. That's what it's there for. Not just blindly saying, give me this, give me that, give me that. Because who are you asking? Who are you asking? It's coming from within you. So remember, you are asking yourself actually. And how do you get it? By imbibing the qualities of the thing that you desire, becoming the person who can acquire those things, becoming the being, the frequency that can acquire all these beautiful desires that you have. So it's a beautiful dance. It's a very delicate and intricate, what's the word? Combination of things that bring you what you want, or you become that which you desire. So more than wanting, focus on becoming. Who are you becoming? Who do you want to be in this world? And which version of you has all the things that you think of today, like, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that. What is that? Think of what version of you has those things also. Are you being that version of you or not? And then there are so many things we don't understand as well. There's so many things we don't understand, and it's okay. Because the more I live, the more I don't know. The more I'm like, oh, oh. So stay humble, stay open to adapting in this world, to being what you need to at that moment, or being willing to open your mind to things that you didn't know, or forgiving yourself, for being a certain way because you didn't know better. Yeah, there's so much, but I think that's my message for today. Like whatever came through for all of you beautiful souls, for all of us, because I myself, listen back to these sessions and I learn from them because they come through me. I've been given that gift. I've been made that conduit, that vessel, that instrument to play this music. And so, so I hope you'll enjoyed this and you got what you needed, got something from it. And I'm sending you all my blessings, all my love. Take care of yourselves. And just remember that you are a divine, beautiful, infinite soul, and everything is possible. Everything is possible. All right, my beauties, you take care of yourselves, and I will chat with you again soon. And remember, if you want to book a session with me, you can go ahead and look at the link in my bio, And if you have questions, you can, email me and ask me about my workshops, about my coaching sessions, about whatever you want. And I will definitely answer them. And also remember, you can subscribe to my website so that you get updates as to when I am doing these types of things, when I'm holding, perhaps I'll have a webinar, and you'll get information on all these things. All right? So take care, my lovelies. All my blessings. Bye.